asked over 100 questions in the Bible. Isn't that cool? I don't know if you ever thought about that. When I first heard it, I was like, what? He knows everything. Why would he ask a lot of questions? That's redundant. He asks questions because that's the way to engage in a conversation where you're not just talking at the person. That's what we do with St. Mark's Law. So, okay, here's a bunch of questions. And I can share it with you, or just I can tell you actually the questions that we asked specifically. For one, hey, we're doing a survey. First question is, do you believe in a higher power? Why or why not? Second one is, how would you describe, second one was, what's your religious background? Third was, how do you describe Jesus? Those were those three basic questions. The 12 people that were in Holland Park, the people that were in Highland Park, and the people that were in Embankment, all of them managed to have great conversations. Some people were like, no, I'm not interested. And those people, of course, we stoned them. Like, we... on the spot. No, they said we're not interested. I said, okay, cool. One of them was actually really funny. He was like a shirtless dude. Like this guy maybe was like 375 years old. Sitting in the park reading the paper. And we're like, hey sir, we're doing a survey, you want to participate? He's like, about what? We're like, oh, nothing about religious backgrounds and stuff. And we're from the church. He's like, I hate church. Like, okay. We kept walking. He's like, you know why I hate church? He's like, no, I don't know if I hate church. Because how could you believe in the virgin birth? I'm like, that's a good question. You want to talk about it? He's like, no, I don't want to talk. I'm an atheist. I hate church. Okay, keep walking. You know what else I don't believe in? You want to talk? You don't want to talk. He's like, no, how could you believe in walking on water? I don't know. You want to talk about it? No, I hate it. Okay. And that's even the guy who didn't want to talk, but he wanted to talk. We didn't want to talk to him because he kept playing with us. It was like coming and going, and he made me really tired by the end. But you have people like that who said, no, I'm good. I'm just listening to my iPod, I'm just chilling, I'm just sunbathing. But then you had loads of people, like these two Muslim guys that we spoke with, one named Ali, one named Ash. And Ali, Palestinian, hardcore Muslim. Ash, Ethiopian Orthodox Christian who became a Muslim. Who shared with us why he became a Muslim. Yeah. And Ali, here's the irony. In the conversation, Ash was so like stuff like that. And Ali was the one sharing with Ash, like we were saying, hey, I understand Ash, yeah, we're all children of God. It's like, no, I'm not his child, I'm his slave. To you, big dog, whatever you say. And Ali's like, yeah, Ash, no, like, we are his children, he loves us. And he's preaching the gospel to Ash. Because he's like, because again, we were just some younger people, so he just, oh, this is cute, this little, I'm the only like, big, funny looking guy. But everyone else, he was like, he really had compassion on the group. And just seeing Ali, like, his heart getting provoked through the conversation. Not just to the children thing, but even when we spoke about Jesus. Ash would be like, he's a prophet, and that's it, like, I'm done. Like, his heart was a little bit hardened because of situations that he's been through in his life. Like, his dad. Okay. I didn't say that out loud again. His dad kind of like played him out. His mom was like possessed by the devil. Like, it was a really weird situation, right? It was kind of funny, that one. Funny? The mom thing was funny because I don't know if I told you guys this. I told you, right? So, which one? Fast forward or something? Yeah. But Ash, right? The funny part was his mom. He was like, yeah, my mom was possessed by the devil. I'm like, yeah, you crazy, I don't know what you're talking about. He's like, no, like as a kid I studied German. Well, that's weird already, but whatever. No wonder you wouldn't. So he was like, I studied German, and I learned it, whatever, but my mom was illiterate. Okay? But every once in a while, she'd go nuts and start yelling at me in German. I'm like, it's funny / creepy as all heck. But that was with Ash, right? Other people that we spoke with, like, are these, I think it was Highland Park or Holland Park, I just mixed them up. Fine, yeah. So that one, before that one, Embankment. These Spanish dudes were just sitting on holiday, like two young people, just chilling. And again, the group was so nervous that we were with. Like, it was like Kooky and a couple of these other ones. And like, if we do it, like, what if they, I don't know, like, jump off our heads? You know what I mean? Like, Sixarium, As on Sixarium always ends with the hedgehog. But we, like, somehow they, like, built up the courage and they approached these dudes, Sat with them on the grass as they were eating their lunch, and a beautiful conversation. One person started just opening up to them their whole life on how he went to church, but he never connected with God in church because the pastor was this, or the priest was that, or the congregation judged him and said he was fat or something. Like, it was like weird stuff. But he kind of opened up and was speaking about how great it was to meet just a pair of nice Christians. And we were speaking about heaven and hell and what a difference Christ makes in our lives and all this kind of stuff. That's one guy. The other guy had like a different experience where he was closer to God, but he left him. Like, he was closer than he left. And just a conversation, again, in the middle of a banquet, on the grass. Super encouraging to be like, whoa, okay, you know what? Maybe it's worth checking out Jesus again. Through a little convo. Yeah.
Can I just say something?
Yes.
Is anyone here at uni?
Yeah.
Alright, have you done that sort of stuff at uni?
No.
That's kind of the idea.
No, because what you're talking about, like, we all have, they've got all that stuff, so.
Do you do that at uni?
A bit.
Yes.
I don't know, I always find it's a lot easier to talk to people that I'm never going to see again, or potentially I'm never going to see again. It's the first time I've seen, because I'm not worried about what they're going to think of me or whatever. But what if it's like my best friends and we're all chilling, we're playing FIFA, and then an opportunity arises where I could say something, but they might not think I'm cool and we might not hang out anymore.
Don't worry now, you're not cool anyway.
Because I have very few friends as it is. Really, a big losing. I'm going to need some tips to get some more.
I got you, man. We friends. That's stuff. But that's an important question, okay? But here's two parts of the question. One, if you accept the first part, if you accept the first part of your premise, of saying it might be easier to speak to someone that you're never going to see again. Before getting to the second part, if you accept that part, then we should at least all commit at this point to trying that first. Right? That can maybe one thing. But I'll ask you for the commitment part in a second. But at least just think about the premise that you said. It could be easy because it's someone that you're never going to see again. Who knows? Whatever. Second part now is people that you actually know. If you're playing FIFA and you're just like, you're about to score, but you just time out. Guys, let me tell you about these. I'll tell you a true story for me, right? Like, especially when I was like first discovering God, like around like 19. Okay, I'm older now, I'm 26, so I learned a few things the hard way. But like I was like, God, whatever, and my friends like that are far from God, yeah, and some of them are older in church, right? So I call one of them. I shouldn't say his name. We'll call him
Mena.
Yeah, we'll call him Mena. There you go.
So non-specific.
Find him. No, so I call Mena up, right? And I'm like, yo, Mena, what's going on, man? He's like, yeah, Mena, what's up? And we're friends, we're cool. So it's like, hey, can I talk to you a little bit about Jesus? Awkward silence. He's like, thing is, I'm on the way to the beach right now. Can Jesus wait? That's literally what he said. I remember this so vividly, even though it was so long ago. And I'm like, yeah, you can wait, yeah, we'll talk all the time. Never heard from him again. Literally, never heard from him again. It's a wrap. I wasn't invited to his wedding, like, never heard from him. Yeah, it was very sad. You gotta check that little out, right? Yeah, Mina's messed up. Gosh. But I think more of it was on me. More of it was on me is that I was so awkward and so retarded. You know what I mean? Like, but conversely, right? Loads of close friends of mine, same friends that I used to go party with, same friends that I used to go whatever with. After we just chill, as we play FIFA, or after we play ball, whatever, and like smack one ball, I'm just saying. And there's sometimes a small opportunity where you can say in a non-corny, non-like Jesus-free kind of way, you see how God leads you. You know what I mean? Like for me, sometimes it's like the easiest way comes up because it's unavoidable. It's like my lifestyle. Like my friend, one of my good friends, I used to chill with and party all the time. He'd be like, oh, yo, what have you been up to? Oh, I just came back from this trip where we're doing service and stuff like that. And it's very brief. It's not the whole thing like, let me tell us thou about thee, you know, and I just thought, hey, like, you know, we're doing some cool stuff. It was pretty wild, like, you know, we're chilling, we're doing whatever. And like God was doing some cool stuff. Oh, okay. What you find there is like, when you just kind of, one of the ways we refer to them is like a little faith flag. We just drop a little faith flag, like, hey, oh, we were on a retreat. Well, what was it about? Boom. Like, if they're interested, then they'll pick up the flag, or they'll pick up the rope or whatever. But what we do, because we're so scared, is that we don't even allow, like, we don't even give the rope out. You see what I'm saying? Because we're like, I know if I put the rope out, they're going to throw a bomb at me. You know what I mean? But when we're, again, like, just casual and normal and chill, and we throw a little something, and say, hey man, you know, yeah, like if it's not from them, like, yeah, this was pretty cool, or whatever, like a small subtle thing. Or when they ask a question of what you've been up to, or what your schedule's like, or whatever, things like that. Or, I want Anthony actually give this really awesome analogy. It's like in American football. You guys know American football?
Yeah.
Right? So, like, you know how there's like a line of like rhinos that are, like, that's in the front, right? And there's a dude with the ball. When the dude with the ball is just running, for the most part, like just left, just running right, whatever. And then every once in a while, like a little gap appears. That gap could be the time when they're asking like, yo, like, you know, I've been dating this chick for like a year or two, but I feel like she's not good for me, man. What do you think? Boom. That's an opportunity. Not for you to go hard, but to be like, you know, man, like, you know, like, you're my boy, you know, I love you. And like, she might not, yeah, you're right, she might not be good for you for whatever reason. Like, I feel like a godly woman could help you up and whatever. Because I've been literally asked this question recently, that's the only reason it comes up to my head. And you feel like these little subtle questions can come to you. And again, because your friends, like, they have an idea of your lifestyle, they have an idea of like your commitment with God, and these things will come out. And the analogy with the football thing, what Anthony was saying, once that little gap comes, that's when you go through. But for the most part beforehand, you're running left, you know, you're running right, very casual, you're playing FIFA, you're playing ball, you know what I mean, you're doing whatever you do all the time, but you're vigilant about the opportunity. Our problem sometimes is that we're not vigilant about the opportunity. We miss the opportunity when it's there, or even when we can kind of set it up. You know, someone says, like a friend of mine was sharing, like one of the less church kind of friends was like, oh, check out this song, like this dude who's a relative of like Bob Marley or something like that, and there's like a lot of stuff in it about God. Like, look, it's really cool. And he's sharing that with me. So he's opening up the God thing with me. Or start telling him, oh, like, yeah, you know, why do you like that song? That's another principle too, sorry, I forgot to say this, but sorry this is mad long, but we're going to finish tomorrow. The idea of asking people questions, not just talking at them. Like real questions too, not Bible, not like Sunday school questions, you know, the obvious ones like, does God love you or not? So you know what I mean? Like, questions that make you think will make other people think. And thinking is good. Generally speaking. Speaking of questions, any other questions? Yes?
I think it's like all well and good, like going out and speaking to people and stuff, but do you not think that firstly, like, you need to preach more through your actions? I know this is a common thing, but you preach more through your actions, because I feel like if you're taking that onus and like that responsibility to like go out and physically speak to and preach to other people, then it could be easy to like forget that you have an even bigger responsibility to like preach through the way you act, the way you carry yourself. I feel like sometimes with some people that can be more of an effective way to, like at uni, for example, the way that you carry yourself, the way that you maybe don't go to the parties that everyone else is going to, and things that spurs more of a like interest as to why you're not doing that. And that's I don't know, I feel like for me personally that's an easier way, not an easier way, but like a more comfortable way of me like preaching.
Okay,
do you know
that's wonderful. I'm glad you brought that up. Because here's the thing with that. You know how, like in the conference when we were observing Mena and stuff like that, we were trying to show some videos, okay? Because you know how like young kids sometimes attention span is a little, no offense to young people here, but like you can get like wander off, right? You know when you show a video that's supposed to have music in it, or songs or words or whatever, and it's just the audio is not working, but the visual is working. Do you feel it's effective? Do you feel it's as effective otherwise, right? Sorry, that was a rhetorical, very easy question, but the point I'm trying to make is like the world actually needs audio visual Christians. The first point you're saying is so massively critical, because I'll tell you again from experience of about 950 or so individuals that we've spoken to across America. One of the biggest complaints that everybody has, and you guys can picture